In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to set SMART goals using my experience as an Amazon FBA seller. So SMART goals, what are SMART goals? They are goals that are targeted and time bound as well. So they enable you to actually achieve them. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic or relevant, and also time bound. For the purpose of this video, I am going to use my experience as an Amazon FBA seller to teach you how to set SMART goals. But these principles can be applied in any field, anywhere, anything that you want to do, any goal that you want to actually achieve and make SMART. So specific, that's the first one. You need to ask yourself, what do you want? When you go into a shop and you're doing some shopping and you want to buy some things, we're really specific. I know what shoe size, I know what color, I know what style. We're really specific about what we want, especially when we're going somewhere really nice. So first thing you need to say is about your goals. You need to make it specific. So something like,
I want to be successful selling online.
That is not specific. It's not good enough. Why is that? Because what do you want to sell online? Where are you going to sell online? And what is successful? We need to define success. Otherwise, when we get there, we won't know that we've actually got there. So a better one would be to say, I want to sell private label products on Amazon. That's better. I want to make a profit. Let's make it better. I want to make a profit selling private label products on Amazon FBA. Even better. But what is a profit? And it's not time bound, is it? So, we can make it a bit sharper. I mean, it's better than the first one because we actually know what we want to sell. We want to know where we want to sell it. But a really, really good one would be to say, I want to make a minimum of £5,000 every month selling kitchenware products on Amazon FBA and have my own brand. That is a really strong one. And why is that strong? We know how much we want to make a month. We know we've defined what success is, and we've time bound it. We said it needs to be every month. And we said, what we're going to sell. We're going to sell kitchenware. And we said where we're going to sell it. We're going to sell it on Amazon, not eBay, not Etsy, not Shopify. So we're going to sell it on Amazon. We've been really specific and we've been clear that we're going to also have to have a brand so that we can stand out from the crowd and be different from the competition. I'm telling you, it's so important to have a specific goal because 5 years ago I bought out a YouTube course to start YouTube and it didn't happen because I didn't have a specific goal. I got distracted, lots of things were happening and it just didn't happen. The next one is the M for measurable. So our goal needs to be measurable. If we can't measure it, then we're not going to know that we've achieved it, we've done it. So in order for things to be measurable, there needs to be some sort of numeric, some sort of number, some sort of percentage increase or some percentage decrease or number of people attending or number of sales, number of profits. So in our case, we said we want to make £5,000. Next, we need to make sure our goal is achievable. Can we actually do this? What do we need to be able to do this? What are the things that will enable us to be able to do it? So we need to look into that, look at our competition. Are people making £5,000 every month in kitchenware? How many products do we need to sell in order to be able to make £5,000 in kitchenware every month? So in our case, maybe we might need to sell 10 units a day. So we look at our competition. Is that achievable? Yeah, it is achievable. Then we go ahead with it. So you use the same principle in whatever area that you need to make smart, whatever goal that you need to make smart in your life. Next is the R. R is sometimes used for, is it relevant? And R can also be used for, is it realistic as well? Can we actually do this? So for us, it's definitely relevant because, we're gonna be selling on Amazon FBA. There is a opportunity to be able to do that on Amazon. So it's definitely relevant, and it is realistic to be able to do that. So some of the ways you can help answer the question about it being realistic is to say what adjustments needs to be made in order to make it happen. Ask the question, what do I need? What do I have? Do I have the relevant tools and able to make it happen as well? It's really important for us to be honest with ourselves at this part, you know, because we don't want to set ourselves up to fail. You know, we want to set ourselves up to be successful and to win in life. So in our case, some of the things that will let us know whether, you know, this is realistic is, do we have enough money? Is our product a good quality product? So make sure that nobody's going to be returning it. And, you know, what edge have we got over the competition in order to make sure that it is realistic that we actually can make 10 sales a day? And it's definitely relevant because, you know, there is the opportunity to sell private label products on Amazon within the kitchenware range. And now, before I go into time bound, thank you so much for your time so far. Please like this video if you found it useful. Let YouTube know that, you know, this is some good content here. And please subscribe below, and you'll be able to receive more details about planning, budgeting, and reaching our goals. So time bound, we need to make sure that everything is set in a time, like a definite deadline, a definite end date. In our case, we said by the end of the month, not by the end of the year, not by the end of the day, but by the end of the month, we need to have £5,000 in profit. So you can always go back afterwards and, you know, make adjustments if you need to, but it's important to have a goal, an end date, a date that you're working towards. Otherwise, nothing gets done. It won't happen. You know, back to my example I mentioned earlier about, you know, buying out a YouTube course 5 years ago and only just starting on it now. It's because I didn't set a time up for it. I didn't set a time boundary. It was just written there in my journal. I mean, mind you, other things did distract me, but again, it needed to be time bound. So just to wrap up, I'm gonna say what the SMART goal was. So just to recap, the original goal was, I want to be successful selling online. We made it SMART by saying, I want to make £5,000 profit every month selling on Amazon FBA in their kitchenware range and have a brand. So we made that goal SMART. Now, some other examples, just in case, you know, everyone's got their different hustle, their different things going on. Maybe you're trying to get promoted at work. You might be able to say something like, you know, by the end of the year, I want to be able to be promoted to the next level within my department and become a business analyst, become a senior teacher. Now, as a bonus, in addition to making goals and then making them SMART, find out to say it's important to understand your why. Your why is so important. Why are you doing this? Why have you set this goal? Because by having those whys will help you keep going on the days where you just feel like not doing it. For example, I have a goal for exercising, doing that a bit more regularly, and I don't like exercising. But when I remember my why, I need to do this so that I can have more energy. And, you know, I need to have more energy so that I can manage my life and achieve all my goals and all those other areas of my life. If I don't have the energy, I can't do it. So remembering my why helps me get up in the morning and do those 20 minutes of exercise each time. Thank you so much for your time that you've invested today. If you've not watched my video on setting goals, I'll leave the link in the description. Also in the description, there's more resources there for you to use as well. And I'll see you again next time.